Is lust controlling your life? Lust is one of the most powerful forces that can corrupt our lives. It's a problem that has plagued humanity for centuries, and it continues to destroy lives today. Ephesians 4:22 warns us to put off our old selves, which grow corrupt through deceitful desires. Lust is deceptive and dangerous. Lust is an uncontrollable desire that leads to destructive behaviors. The Bible is filled with examples of how lust can ruin lives and dictate our decisions. Lust is often stimulated by what we see with our eyes. Job 31:1 says, "I have made a covenant with my eyes. Why then should I look upon a young woman?" First, John 2:16 talks about the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, all of which are not from God but from the world. Lust is fed by what we see. If you struggle with lust, you likely have a problem with your eyes. Watching unholy things on the internet is a symptom of this issue. Job understood that our eyes are the gateway to our hearts. He made a covenant with his eyes not to look at anything that could lead to sinful thoughts. As believers, we must understand that certain things are off limits. There are places we shouldn't go, TV shows and movies we shouldn't watch, and websites we should avoid. Our bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit, and we should treat them as such. 1 Corinthians 6:19-20 reminds us that our bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit and that we were bought at a price. Therefore, we should honor God with our bodies and spirits, which belong to Him. The people in those unholy videos you watch are someone's child, mother, sister, or daughter. Imagine if your loved one was involved in such things. If you have this attitude, you need to question whether you are truly a Christian. A true Christian has compassion for others. Let's look at King David as an example. In 2 Samuel 11:2, David saw Bathsheba bathing and found her very beautiful. Instead of turning away, he continued to look, which led to lustful thoughts and actions. This one act of looking led to a series of sins, including adultery and murder. Lust doesn't stop at one sin. It drags you deeper. David's lust led him to commit other sins that he never planned. Lust makes you act outside your character. Many people have had their lives ruined by lust and wonder how they ended up in such a mess. 1 Corinthians 6:18 tells us to flee sexual immorality. There are sins we are told to fight, but lust is one we are told to run away from. 2 Timothy 2:22 says to flee youthful lusts and pursue righteousness, faith, love, and peace with those who call on the Lord out of a pure heart. Trying to fight lust on your own is a losing battle. An example of fighting lust is two people courting each other and spending time alone in an empty house, trusting in their self-control. Fleeing lust means having a chaperone and avoiding situations where temptation can arise. Avoid putting yourself in compromising situations. Don't go to places or watch things that trigger lustful thoughts. David found himself in trouble because he was somewhere he shouldn't have been. He should have been at war with his men instead of on his rooftop. After telling Timothy to flee youthful lusts, Paul instructs him to follow righteousness, faith, love, and peace with those who call on the Lord out of a pure heart. The company you keep matters. Bad company leads to bad decisions. To overcome lust, control your eyes and avoid compromising situations. The urge to watch unholy things starts with what you see. Guard your eyes. Avoid TV shows and websites that lead to sinful desires. Lust and porn begin with the eyes. Don't trust your self-control to fight lust. Better people than you have tried and failed. Lust will destroy your joy, happiness, and even your finances. Avoid situations where you are vulnerable to temptation. Keep good company. Surround yourself with people who want to follow righteousness, faith, love, and peace. Avoid texting or meeting up with people you find attractive who aren't your spouse. Stay away from nightclubs and other places of temptation. Flee from lust and follow God. Remember that God has given us the power to overcome temptation. Trust in Him and surround yourself with godly influences. Lust can be defeated if you are willing to take the necessary steps to guard your heart and mind. One practical step is to stay away from anything that triggers lustful thoughts. This means avoiding certain websites, TV shows, movies, and even social media accounts that lead you to sin. Protect your eyes and your mind by being selective about what you watch and read. Another important step is to pray regularly. Ask God for strength and wisdom to resist temptation. Pray for a pure heart and mind. God hears your prayers and will give you the help you need to stay strong. Accountability can also make a big difference. Find a trusted friend or mentor who can support you and hold you accountable. Share your struggles with them and let them encourage you. Knowing someone is praying for you and checking in on you can provide extra motivation to stay on the right path. Fill your life with positive, godly influences. Join a Bible study group, attend church regularly, and spend time with people who uplift and inspire you. The more you surround yourself with godly influences, the easier it will be to stay focused on God and away from lustful temptations. Lastly, remember that overcoming lust is a journey. It might not happen overnight, but with persistence and faith, you can make progress. Celebrate small victories and keep striving for a pure heart. God is with you every step of the way, ready to help you overcome. Prayer is a powerful tool in the battle against lust. Ask God for strength and guidance. He hears your prayers and will help you overcome. Stay committed to seeking God first in all areas of your life. Finally, remember that lust doesn't define you. God's love and grace are greater than any sin. Turn to Him, seek forgiveness, and commit to living a life that honors Him. Victory over lust is possible with God's help. Believe in the power of God to transform your life. Trust that He can do exceedingly abundantly above all that you ask or think. With God, all things are possible.